Hi everybody, thank you for joining me here today. And this is gonna be our reading for Taurus, Earth sign Taurus. So let's just get into it, okay? Queen of Cups. Okay, so you cannot give anymore. You have given enough. You have been you feel you ask this question, what all this fuss was about. Like, you look at you are looking at your cups, which is like emotion and feelings, and you're like, I am completely depleted. I feel like there is nothing left to give anymore. And but you also don't understand like why. Like you but like, what I mean by why is not like a mind-wise why. You are not analyzing anything because you don't have any power left to do anything. So you are like, power means energy here. You are like why all these things? Like, why so much emotion, so much feelings that was there, that I have been pouring into this situation. But now you're looking at it and you're like, what was that for? Because there is nothing that I can see that can pour my cup back, because I spilled everything. I gave everything. And now I'm feeling extremely depleted and extremely not even like I have nothing else to give. And like Three of Wands, you are like looking at this, like it's kind of reverse, it's kind of reverse mechanism going on. Usually Three of Wands is like a looking forward, but now you are looking forward by looking backward. You are looking back but by looking back you are actually trying to look forward. Does that make sense? And while you are looking back, because you are so depleted, you're like, what was that for? And something just doesn't make sense to you. It just doesn't come together. No matter how much you look back, it just doesn't come together. And then you feel like, okay, I'm not gonna look back anymore, because you are tired of being in this. You wanna get rid of this depletion. You wanna start something new. You wanna feel this rejuvenation. You wanna feel that little bit of energy that you like, and start building on that. But you cannot. You don't wanna look back. But you are just so disappointed. Not even disappointed. Like so like you don't understand what just happened. You just don't understand why it happened. And like, you are not even analyzing. You're just looking back at those moments and you're like, I give so much, and you're like, that's the thing. Okay, Emperor in reverse. Yeah, like, and I feel like this is definitely giving me a sense of like a relationship or love or connection, that kind of sense. And like, you just when you look back, not even in analyzing mode. It's like you are looking back and all these moments that you have given so much energy, so much love, so much feeling, so much emotion into, that kind of comes to you. It's like it's like a, it's like a video roll. It's not like you are not thinking mindfully, you are not mindfully, you are not thinking analytically, oh what that means, what this means, oh she said that, oh he said this, or they said that, whatever. Like it's not that. You are not analyzing in that kind of active way because you don't have energy or not no interest at this point to doing that. So but you are like, it's like all these moments kind of it's like rolling in front of your eyes. It's like slideshow. It's like a slideshow, and you don't have to even think. It's just coming at you, and you're like, and then you realize, like the person that you felt, because in order to have that kind of Queen of Cups kind of love, because that's huge, because that's very nurturing, that's like giving a lot, that's like pouring your heart and soul into something, because you really thought that person that you are giving in is an emperor, has that, they have that energy, they embody that energy, who can understand the Queen of Cups energy. Otherwise people, if they are not emperor, people, if you're not into emperor energy, people can think, oh my god, you are over emotional, oh you are over dramatic, oh you are over caring, oh you are over loving, everything. They cannot understand the kind of energy Queen of Cups embody, and then they call it over, because they are only accustomed with the energy which is a surface level, which is kind of like a balancing out kind of energy. But Queen of Cups doesn't balance, it's like, because she is balanced herself. So whenever she gives, it may, if the other person is not balanced, if the other person is not compassionate enough, if the other person is not in tune with their feelings and emotion, it may come across over. That over thing, like can come across very strongly to other person if they are not in tune with them, with their own body, mind, and soul, that kind of thing. So when you give like a King of Cups, because you thought that that person is emperor, so there is a match, so it will not come across over, it will not come across something out of ordinary, not out of ordinary, something like overdone or something. They will understand where you are coming from, and they will appreciate that kind of emotional investment and feelings and sensitivity that you bring into the situation. But that person did not turn up to be an emperor. I'm not saying that person is not emperor, but that person did not turn up to be the emperor. Maybe when you are looking at them at the time, they are not into emperor mode. I'm not getting that person is any less than emperor, but they are not upright emperor. They are not really embodying their energy that they are capable of. So they're like, and then when a person is emperor but not really embodying emperor, they obviously cannot handle the Queen of Cups, and your emotion is just all spilled over, and now you're like looking back because it just took so much out of you. It just took so much out of you. Let's see. When I was just thinking about this reading and just getting ready for this reading, I got this energy also. Like, I felt this energy is like a depletion, like, but at the same time, there is a deep desire to move forward, and forward means, like doing the next thing and not getting stuck in this kind of energy for you. Queen of Swords. Yeah, look at this, 2 queen, and I think both of this queen is you. One is feeling like this another side of you. While you are feeling depleted, you also know, like I just said like 1 minute ago, like you are looking forward. Like looking forward, I mean not in a linear way, but you don't want to get stuck in this King of Cups, because it's just so depleting. It feels like you cannot even get out of the bed. Even though 99% of your brain cell or your like mind cell is telling you to get out of the bed, and you also want to do that, but you cannot do it. That kind of depletion I'm talking about, because this reel of video of memory of moments of past is kind of rolling in front of your eyes all the time, and it's kind of oh my god, and every time you're thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna keep that, put that in past and going forward, that kind of straight-headed, clear-headed decision, the moment you try to take that, it makes you feel more depleted. So you're this, like you wanna, like you are embodying, you are trying to embody this Queen of Swords. It's like, okay, this is this, this is that, trying to understand this thing, because you have been looking at this situation very emotionally, because all you give into this situation is emotion, feelings and love, nothing but that. So it's very hard for you to be completely cold and completely detached and be objective and looking at this situation very clear-headed way like Queen of Swords will do. But you wanna embody that, you are trying to embody that, so you can get out of this stuckness, get out of this feeling of depleting all the time. You want to embody that Queen of Swords energy, where you can see what is not, like where you can see. But I think you are kind of getting into that energy because you are realizing that person is in the Emperor in reverse. Before it was very uncomprehending for you to understand why it's happened, because that's why you were asking in the beginning, why, not in analytical way, but why, just putting it out there in the universe and asking for, like, have some mercy and show me what happened, that kind of thing. But more you are getting into this Queen of Swords, which I'm feeling like I don't think you are getting in completely, because you are in depletion mode. But more you are thinking about this in a Queen of Swords way, clear-headed way, you are realizing that that person was actually Emperor in reverse. They were not embodying that kind of energy that they are capable of, to understand the emotion that Queen of Cups can offer. So I think you are coming to an understanding that that person was not ready, was not vibing with the energy that you are giving out at the time, even though they are completely capable of. Let me repeat it again, because I'm getting this energy strongly from this Emperor, that they are completely capable of doing it, but they are just not aware of that. So they need to vibe with their energy first with themselves, so that they can vibe with you, just to saying that from their defense. I'm just putting myself in their shoe as well, like that's their argument. But you are trying to, and now I think with Queen of Swords energy, you are coming to an understanding that that person was not there. And before that, all this energy that you are giving, all this love that you are giving and not getting something back, which can vibe with your energy, was actually putting you very emotional. And you are not asking whether you were like emotionally it was affecting you, it was hurting you terribly, because it was emotionally completely rejection, because that person is vibing with you, have the capability of vibing with you, but they are not doing it. Why? But now you are understanding why they were not doing it, because they couldn't do it, because they did not know how to do it. Even though, just because maybe you have a fighter plane in your garage, or I don't know, people put plane in a garage, I don't know, wherever, maybe you have a helicopter on your helipad up on the roof, but if you don't know how to ride it, it's just useless. You need to know how to ride that equipment. It's the same, they have all this Emperor energy, but if they don't know how to vibe with those energy, they cannot reciprocate with you. And that exactly what happened, and now you're trying to come into understanding of that. Okay, let's see. And you are like you are Taurus sign, you are ruled by Venus. You are very sensual and lovable, and love is like one of the prime center for you. So anything that is so emotional and that you have put so much of sensual, I'm not gonna take all this bunch, with some sensually, sensitivity wise, emotionally, feelings wise, you are so like dedicated and put so much into it. I know it's what it means to you. What it means to you, I know. Okay, let's see what comes next. Nothing is coming up. You are like, I just I just heard, not heard, whatever, I just felt that, you're saying that, well, you're saying I'm depleted, then what else I need to say right now? Just leave me alone. Let me get into my Queen of Swords energy more so that I can clear things out. Even that thought taking is so much energy of mine. Okay, let's see. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. You are like, that's where you want to be. You want to be self-sufficient. You want to be happy within yourself. You don't want to be that person, because I think that I'm connecting with someone who has always been very self-confident, self-sufficient, and like self-independent, like independent kind of self-nurturing, so like that kind of person. And then this thing happened, which is like put you like completely up, like upside down. But you want to go back to this position where you can nurture what you have, and you don't have to think about what they did, what this did. Like you are like so tired of any external energy right now. You just want to focus on your own energy, but these things is not letting you, because it's like it just took too much out of you. So you are trying to get into this Queen of Swords energy where you can see things clearly, and you are already started doing that so that you can get to there. See, right under the Queen of Cups is like that's you are right now this upside down Queen of Cups, but all you want is this. You want to go back to your Nine of Pentacles mode, where you can, you really don't want to depend on this person's emotion, and to look at this 3 to 2. You are really pulling yourself out. You are really pulling yourself out. 3 of Wands to 2 of Wands. You are like I don't wanna go back. I don't wanna need all these flashes of memory. I don't wanna think about like why everything happened. Whatever happened. I know that person was not vibing with their own energy to vibe with mine. So okay, whatever, I am gonna let this thing rest, and I just wanna get back to my Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles mode, because that's what I need. I am depleted. I cannot think of you anymore. But the more you do it like forcefully, I cannot think of you, the more depletion you feel, more depleted you feel. You feel like your energy is, so you have to, like then you're realizing that you need to go through this Queen of Swords energy to clarify, to understand all these things without just shutting it down completely, to move forward, because that will make you more lack of energy and lack of motivation, because that will put you in a depression. So you are kind of realizing that, so you are getting more into your Queen of Swords energy, so that you can clear all these things, so that you can understand certain things, so and come back to your Nine of Pentacles mode. And you are really not even, you are like completely detaching. You are trying to detach from this energy with this other person, even though you love them very much. There is no doubt, and I feel like they do too. But they are just I don't think they realize their own emotion very well at this moment. Nine of Pentacles is very, it's like, it's a earth sign card, but it's also, to me, it's a very Taurus card, because Taurus is, they like you guys like having things around, and it's not just for the material purpose, because those material things gives you a sense of confidence and sense of boost in your self-esteem, which actually elevates you spiritually. So this is a very Taurus card. So you want to come back to your own element. You want to come back to your how you used to be. That doesn't mean that you are going backward or not. You are very courageous. You got into this different energy when it came to you. So now this energy is completely depleted to you. So now you want to go back to where you can get into a different kind of energy without feeling so much of drained. And okay, but you are like, I don't think you are like blabbing about your situation to everyone. I don't think you are talking much about, it's just visible though, because you are kind of depletion. Okay. Oh, then I got 2 Temperance and 5 of Wands in reverse. Both of them are reverse. Okay. So Temperance and 5 of, I'm gonna put it right there like that, in reverse. Both of them under King of under the Emperor. So I feel like the person I'm getting that person, like it's a Sagittarius rule card. So there is a lot of fire I'm getting. This is like air sign Sagittarius. This is also 5 of Wands. Not air sign, Aries, fire sign, Sagittarius, fire sign, and then there's a 5 of Wands, which is also fire sign. But it doesn't matter what sign it is. It's just the energy. Please remember that. Please understand that. Like here it's the same what I was telling you, that person was not in tune with their emotions. Temperance is all about tempering, mindfulness, getting to know your inner being, getting to know your sensation, getting to know your senses, emotion, intuition, those kind of stuffs. And there was a struggle there because it was clouded by too many external things for them, and they could not even get in tune with their own own emotion. And that's like they were like all upside down in that area at that moment, because that was their moment, that was their phase they were in, and it just took a toll out of you, and everything went like in haywire here. Everybody's up and upside down here, because it's like the things are not aligned, things are not, it's like something is meant to go to right, and then we're taming it to go to left, and then it's like creating all this kind of chaos. It's like that kind of energy here. And then devil in reverse. Look at this. But like there is a like this Queen of Swords is above all these things, because you are getting more into Queen of Swords energy, so that you are understanding this pattern here, understanding that there is certain things that needed to work on, a little bit, in order to get into this. Like, okay, let me put it in this way, like you had all this love and emotion with you, but it was not the right time to give it to you. I'm not saying, the thing is, sometimes it's not their fault, it's not your fault. I'm not saying, oh, you gave it too soon, or maybe I'm not saying, oh, they are not ready, they could have come earlier. No, not that. It's just a different timing. Your timing was not matched, and it felt like everything spilled over. It felt like everything just wasted. It felt like, but you are coming to this kind of realization, more you are coming to this kind of realization, you are getting into this 9 of Pentacles mode that you want to get into. But again, I'm just getting this vibe, just do not shut it down, like, okay, I don't need to know, I just want to get out of this stuckness, I just want to get out of this stuckness, I don't want to think anymore. Then you will be, again, the Temperance in reverse, then you will be not listening to yourself, then you will be not listening to your inner being. You can do it, whatever works for you in that moment, but at this moment I'm feeling like that it will make you more tired and more depleted, because the moment you cut something abruptly, moment you stop something deliberately and outer force, that takes a lot of energy. And when you have lack of energy, when you already have a little bit to work with, if you put something too much into this, this gonna go, it's like a negative balance you're gonna end up being with. So it's like, so right now this is the situation, you are trying to understand this, and it's not just you are deliberately analytically trying to understand this, you are just listening, you are just internally in tuning with yourself and trying to be in this Queen of Swords clear cut, through emotion, you are driving yourself by this internal balance right now, so that you can get into this 9 of Coins or Pentacles situation. All right, okay, I think this is where I'm gonna stop. even though this reading can go for quite a long, but this is where I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna pull out one oracle card to see the like undertone energy that you are embodying. Okay, let's pull out one card. Oh my god, even now you wanna talk a lot, huh? My god, should I take all this? I got like 4 of them. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go with this. Usually I take one, but anyway. So we got Miss Sunshine, number 17, and then we got the Gardener, number 9, 17, which is number 8, breaks down to 8. The Gardener, 27, which is my earth sign, is like a very pentacle sign to me, card to me. This one is that Loreley, I don't know how to pronounce that, 311, 31, which is breaks down to 4, and then there's Eva, which is 7. Okay, so from this card, okay, what I'm feeling that okay, you wanted to, okay, I'm just gonna put it right there. No, hold on, because there's 4 and I'm like, what I'm gonna do with this? Okay. So for what I'm feeling like is that you wanted, even though you gave a lot of emotion and you kind of embodied mostly like Queen of Cups energy, but you really wanted everything with that person. You felt like, you can have both. You can live on the ground while you can get the thrill of flying. You know what I mean? You wanted a perfect harmony and a perfect harmonical balance with that person. You wanted everything, and you knew that there are gonna be problem, you knew that there are gonna be nothing, and without crisis. I don't think you are a kind of person who just want to go through like an easy way out. Otherwise you will never put yourself from 9 of Pentacles to Queen of Cup reverse. You took that risk because you have that, that in order to experience, in order to grow, you need to deviate from your routine, you need to deviate from your routine orientation, and you did that. And you wanted all this harmonical balance with this person because you saw them as the emperor, because they do have emperor energy. But you just feel like that there is something at their end that they need to deal with, which is mostly very grounded issue. Maybe it come from, I don't know, maybe they felt insecure to took that U-turn that you took. But they are very adventurous, but they all of a sudden felt very insecure. They felt uncomfortable. Oh my, I need to change. Yeah, so I was saying that they felt uncomfortable somehow, that that it's like I feel like it's also okay. Now I'm getting this sense that they also did not realize that they can go, because they also knew that they have this emperor energy, who can appreciate this kind of love, who can appreciate this kind of feelings, who can appreciate having that desire to have all, like like as above as below. Like if you look at this card, you can see like how it's like a perfect combination of day and light. Anyway, so they also thought that they can do that, but somehow when they did reality check, it just they felt that they have to think about their security, or they have to think about their emotional balance, or they have to think about something that they have already doing. All of a sudden, this spirit, like the energy that they had, like, okay, I can go for all this thing, like emotion, all this desire, but all of a sudden something happened. I cannot really tell what, but something that put them, like almost like hold them back, and that kind of turned them around and put them in emperor in reverse energy. And now you are like in embodying this, like Eva. It's a 7, it's like a very spiritual. So you are kind of coming out, it's like coming out of all these things, coming out of all these different element, and trying to show yourself as you, like a 9 of Pentacles. You are trying to coming out of all these different thoughts and different, that kind of, it's like it feels like all these petals is kind of, like a pushing you down, but now you are like coming out of it. You are coming out of it because you are understanding the things. You are, everything is connected. You are understanding what actually happened here. Before, it was more of an emotional reaction to the situation, which made you feel extremely sad and disappointed and kind of completely ambivalent about what going on here. You couldn't understand, but more you are getting into this clarity of what actually happened. You are understanding their point, their situation, understanding your situation, and you are trying to get into this kind of spiritually. You are trying to get out of all this and get into your own element. Alright, I think that's all I have for now. Hope you get something out of it. And alright, take care and see you later. I mean, talk to you later. Whatever. Bye.